500 companies do, and again, about 20% of their revenues come from symbiotic relationships. And mutualistic relationships were the highest form of relationship, where they trade value for value, not dollar for product or service, and not dollar for or the worth of a product for the worth of another product. They trade value for value. It's a very powerful concept that allowed one young man to trade a paperclip for a house. Of course, there's more to the story. That's what the whole module is about. I hope you'll be able to get inside and take a look at that. We talk about specialization, the importance of metrics, and 21 high growth factors. 3 things that'll take down a business. We teach about parasites, we teach about pests, we teach about pathogens and how that'll take down a business and how to rid your business of those things. The Learning Lab, if it were for nothing else but the Rainforest material, is an incredible tool for you to get ahead. So without any further ado, let me take you inside that a little bit. I'm going to show you, I'll put my glasses on here. I'm going to take you inside the actual Learning Lab itself. Here we go. When you get to the home page, it looks like what you're looking at right here. And Rainforest Business Institute or rainforestinstitute.com, and you're going to click on Member Login, where that little cursor is right now. When you click on that, it takes you to that page, and of course we enter in our secret email address and password, and when you do that, it takes you to this page. Now you'll notice that there's lots of documents that are here. Inside the Learning Lab are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages of PDF downloadable documents that you can have that actually teach you the material or give it to you to reinforce when you're not in front of your computer. So you're going to go from there. In fact, let me show you here. I'm going to go back to the other one for just a second here. When I talked about the courses that are there, if you select the courses option, you're going to find a whole list of courses that are here. We have them, and I'm not going to take the time to read them all to you, but just to show you, there are dozens of, the content is deep and rich, and that's just on the Rainforest material. But as I said, once you're inside it, you have a choice. You say, I'm going to access the training. So here goes. We're going to access the training. You click on that button, and as you do it, you'll notice a screen pops up, and it says, Preparing Your Experience. It's doing just that. Now you need a good internet connection. It can do it on a cell phone connection. High speed is a lot better, obviously, because it gives you more speed. So we're working here on a bit of a wireless deal, but it still works. So we'll go over here and we'll hit the Training Center. Now when I click Training Center, it opens up and it brings in, or imports, if you will, to the screen 8 categories. The first one being how to use the system. I'm not going to go through that because, frankly, I've never done it. You know why? It is so easy to use. I've never needed a tutorial, but there's a good one, a detailed one, and it's there for you. In addition to that, of course, we have something called the Rainforest MBA program, which are the very things I was just talking about. Let me show you inside them. You click on Rainforest MBA, and you'll notice at the moment we have 8 courses loaded. We're adding 1 a week, sometimes a little bit more than that. We have 24 of them, as you saw on the table of contents, that have been filmed. 18 were filmed in Panama, 2 in a nearby rainforest area, or similar to rainforest area, and 4 of them were done in studio in a green screen with the rainforest projected behind us. So you have a variety of settings, but most of them done in rainforests around the world. So I'm going to select fungigation. It's one of my favorite ones. When you get in there, you'll see, well, fungigation has 6 different chapters. So I'll just pick chapter 2 as an example. It pops open. We're going to say, I'm going to play that particular video. When you select play the video, it's going to begin to load the video and play it for you. Now every session has in it an intro, and it depends on which topic we're talking about. This particular one was shot, as you can see it, I hope you can hear it well. This was filmed on the Chagas River. I caught that dog going up the deal in a dugout canoe with a nice little outboard motor and a local Embera Indian who was passing us as he was heading upstream.
Folks, welcome back to chapter 2 in the subject.
Now once you get inside this, you can see, I'm going to hit the mute button in here, so I don't want to compete with my own voice on that, but you can see the process there as I begin to talk about something where in this particular model I'm deep inside the rainforest. And we're teaching on content. Now I'll pull in another screen there to the side. We're showing about fungus and how that works in the rainforest, and that's just one of the examples. And from time to time as I'm talking, we pull in different shots of different things that are instructional, that show you. See, the idea is here was I wanted to take you in the rainforest and show you what it looks like, how it works, and how that applies to business. Now imagine there was quite a bit of expense to go to these places and do this, but I thought it would help if I could actually take you there and take you inside the place and give you footage and clips of all the different kinds of things that we're seeing. So we're recording this, so we're recording, so it's a little bit jittery here, but it's not like that when you watch it online. Now that's just one example. I'm going to go back to courses, and as I go back to the courses, I can pick another example would be pathogens is a good example. So we click on pathogens. I just want to give you an example of a different setting here, and I'll pick on part 2 on that, and we'll select play the video on part 2. This particular one has a beautiful setting that we were able to film in front of. We have again our opening module, our opening thing that tells you what you're getting in that particular one. You notice there's a slider at the bottom here, and you can slide this slider across and forward and backwards to whatever it is that you need. But I'm going to let it play right there. I've got the sound turned off. That slider will disappear in just a couple of seconds. When we're not messing with it, it goes away. And you'll see the teaching that's there. From time to time, a little thing will pop up on the side, and it'll give you some pointers and things like that. That'll be helpful. But this is an example of what's inside the Learning Lab. Now, I don't have the volume up because I'm trying not to compete with myself on it. But some incredible footage, and more than the footage, of course, is the content itself. Now, as I mentioned to you, the Rainforest has 24 courses, or 24 different categories, I guess, or courses. Now, we have 8 loaded on this as I'm recording this. We added one yesterday, added one the day before. They come in spurts. They're all filmed. The trick is, of course, getting them edited and getting all the other footage in. So we're adding about one a week, as I mentioned. Now, in addition to the Rainforest, if it was just that alone, what is inside that will help any person in business do incredibly well just by using that. But there's more. We have the Selling Among Wolves sales course. Now, for those of you who don't know, that's what I'm known for. I'm a sales trainer that has done sales training all over the world in countries from Europe to the Caribbean to Central America to Canada, United States, of course, all over the planet. Brought in by different companies, universities, the University of Miami to the University of Zagreb to Columbia, Charleston Southern University, Cedarville University in Ohio. A lot of places like that have brought me in to bring my sales training into their setting to teach, because I teach a very principle-centered approach to sales. Now, when you go into this one, we have modules. You'll notice at the screen here it says Give Now. And that stands for our philosophy of sales, which is abbreviated by Give Now. In other words, it's better to give than receive. But more than that, it's our process. The G stands for Greet. And it's about that very important opening part of the sales process, the greeting. And the fact that 85% of jurors make up their mind about the guilt or innocence of a client, or of a defendant rather, in the first few seconds, really, just during the opening remarks. They make up their mind just during the opening remarks of a trial, and they don't change it. 85% don't change their mind after the opening remarks. That should give you a clue as to how important just the greet phase is. So we have greet, we have investigate, and of course if you notice in here investigate, well, there's 15 chapters in investigate, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just pick one to show you the setting. You can play the video, and when you play the video, it's going to switch us over to this was actually filmed on site. Here we got some clips of the Sarasota area where we did this particular training, and we did some filming of a real live seminar using the Give Now philosophy, and those are the workbooks. And by the way,